Hello, welcome back to the Wrestling Newsroom. I'm your host, All Things Wrestling, and today we're going to be looking at the wrestling news from Thursday. We'll start with an interesting story. During an appearance on the World According to Wrestling podcast, Brad Maddox talked about what he would have done different in WWE. If I had to do it again, I would have gone to Vince from day one and said, "Hi, I'm Brad Maddox. Do you know who I am? Do you know about my experience? Do you know I've been in your company for 3 years now and I'm a trained wrestler?" I would have communicated better and I would have taken my own career in my own hands, instead of hoping or thinking that the writers were going to do my job for me. Solid advice. To any indie star, that's quite good advice. But don't literally go up to his face like, "I'm deserving of everything." Because he will just lie. And then we go to a massive story. According to PW Insider, both Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn were sent home early from the WWE European tour. They put out the Twitter account of Podcast Wrestling Soup wrote the following: "My sus Sami Zayn and Owens got sent home for acting like assholes backstage. It's not just Enzo who is a victim of the whole 'you can't sit at our lunch table' nonsense." We have many updates on this. First one comes from SportsIllustrated.com's Justin Borissow, saying that they got sent home after yesterday's SmackDown tapings for conduct deemed detrimental to WWE. Apparently, they were going into business for themselves regarding their on-camera work during yesterday's SmackDown. They elaborated. A few people elaborated. First off, ProWrestlingSheet.com said that Owens and Zayn were supposed to feed for the New Day. Feeding in a wrestling term means when the heel keeps going after the babyface but is repeatedly fought off and knocked down as a way to get the babyface over. Owens and Zayn were reportedly supposed to do this after their match, but for unknown reasons they left the ring. It's also been indicated that Zayn and Owens have been slightly difficult to work with and appeared unhappy backstage. PW Insider also noted that Owens and Zayn had reported multiple issues during the tour, and Owens was allegedly complaining on the tour bus after the show, which was said to be the last straw. Ryan Satin also noted that Owens and Zayn were close to Neville and recently released Jimmy Jacobs. Satan also wrote on Twitter that Zayn-Owens situation is not a work. But we have a shining knight, the knight in shining armour, Dave Meltzer, to come and clear all this speculation up. He said there's a lot of untrue information. For one, the story of Owens being mad on the tour bus after the tapings is inaccurate. He wasn't even on the bus after the taping. The finish of the match was exactly as it was supposed to be. The post-match is a story that is being told different ways depending on how you hear it, but that's the point of contention. But that is the thing. Any other stories are not accurate as pretense to them being sent home. None of this has to do with Neville or Jimmy Jacobs. So who knows what's going on? Oh, when someone brought up if Owens and Zayn will possibly be brought back next week, he said, and Dave just said it's up to Vince. He's the guy who suspended. He's the guy who suspended Titus for 90 days for nothing. Trying to predict his reactions are a waste of time because they are often contradictory and make no sense. Neither is looking to leave. Oh, good. He noted that. Thank God. Whew, God, that has taken a long time to cover. Jesus. What is going on that TV? I don't know why it's purple. You can kind of see that. It's weird. And then we go to Austin Aries talking about why he's released. He said he didn't have a problem being part of the Cruiserweight division, saw it as a challenge. Him and Neville had a sense of pride that there was a good amount of people in the stadium for their WrestleMania match. Aries felt like he didn't have any value left to the babyface after failing to beat Neville 4 occasions. He said it was frustrating because it didn't seem like the creative team had a clear direction for him to go. On his release, he revealed that he was actually paid to send out the tweet about WrestleMania being available on DVD and Blu-ray. He said that he was being sarcastic and wasn't even thinking about the idea of not getting royalties due to his match being left off the DVD. And regarding his release from WWE, said it wasn't his decision. I was told that they had nothing for me creatively. He said he was rehabbing nagging injuries at the time. They got a call, said they had nothing for him and they were just going to let him go. He said he wasn't completely surprised but understood that it was a business decision. He said that he never asked to be released and never had a conversation with anyone about it. He respected WWE's decision and appreciated that they allowed him to continue rehabbing and the Performance Center during his 90 days no compete period. He said his comments about the money he's making on the indies wasn't a knock at WWE, rather to let people know that how well pro wrestling is doing outside of WWE, noting that both WWE and the indies are thriving. Well, at least there's no bad blood. I like that. Maybe he can come back in the future because Aries is great. And then Jinder Mahal responded to the online speculation that he lost the title to AJ Styles due to an injury or wellness policy violation. He said to AJ, "You were the better man for one night. 6 months I held the WWE Championship, defended it countless times all over the world. I will one day rise to the title again. To my haters and wrestlers insiders, this was not an experiment. I'm not injured. I have not violated the wellness policy. Keep throwing shades my way. It only motivates me." Well, that's good to know that he is not injured. I like that fact. You will come back stronger and better, Jinder. Just don't touch that title again. And then, regarding the major changes at the Survivor Series pay-per-view card, PW Insider reporting that it was specifically Vince McMahon's decision to have AJ Styles win the WWE title and have Styles face Brock Lesnar instead of Jinder Mahal. With Mahal out of the match, the decision was made about a week ago to have John Cena take Styles' spot in the elimination match instead of having Cena as special guest referee for Lesnar Styles. At the time, it's unknown why Mahal was removed from his spot at Survivor Series or he'll be a part of the pay-per-view at all. Rusev reacts to the news about Cena being eliminated in the elimination match with the following tweet: "Congrats to my friend John Cena, who qualified for the Survivor Series fair and square. Go get him, Tiger." Wow, you can see the sarcasm radiate off that tweet. Damn. And then good news for SmackDown. This week's show, despite being taped, drew 2.6 million viewers, whereas last week did 2.1 million viewers. It was similar to views a couple of weeks ago, but only down by 0.99, so not too bad. The ratings are going back up. Oh god, that's a load of Impact. No, I don't care about that. Oh, while we're here, we're talking about Impact. Spoilers. Spoiler warning right now. Spoiler warning. If you don't want to hear this Impact spoiler, I'm going to put a thumbs up after this when I've finished talking about it. Okay, there we go. Laura Van Ness defeated Rosemary at Impact tapings in Ottawa, Ontario to become the new TNA Knockouts champion. The match is expected to air November 30th edition of the show. Nice, I'm happy that she won the title. Congratulations, Laura Van Ness. You are one hell of a competitor and I'm glad that you've won it. Best of luck in your run. There we go. So yeah, that's quite interesting. And now we go to speaking about the Bludgeon Brothers. At the start of the European tour, Luke Harper and Eric Rowan coming out in the new Bludgeon Brothers music and then the gimmick attire. Gareth Smith noted that at the live event in Leeds, the team was back to coming out in Luke Harper's old music and using their previous attires. There was no word on yet on why this is done if the gimmick is being dropped. Damn. So who knows what's going on here. Can't wait to see what they're going to do. Now let's just go through the final card for NXT TakeOver War Games. You've got the War Games with the Undisputed Era, the Authors of Pain and Roderick Strong, and Sanity. That'll be amazing. NXT versus Andrea Cien Almas. Yay. Fatal 4-Way, Corey Sane, Amber Moon, Peyton Royce, Nikki Cross. That'll be a great match. Velveteen Dream versus Aleister Black. I really want to see them two get their hands on each other. Their feud's been built beautifully. Cassius Ohno versus Lars Sullivan. Cassius is gonna die. Lars is gonna kill you. An ab contest between Shawn Michaels and Johnny Gargano. I'm just happy that Shawn Michaels is there. And a pre-show dark match for the UK title, Pete Dunne versus Johnny Gargano. So I hope you like that, you live crowd, you bastard. But yeah, that looks like it's going to be a great show. And then we have a couple of stories. WWE is now advertising the following matches for Raw branded live event in Madison Square Garden, Boxing Day, December 26th. The Shield versus Bray Wyatt, Cesaro and Sheamus. John Cena one-on-one with Samoa Joe. That will be one hell of a match. And Kane versus Braun Strowman. Sound. And AJ Styles commented on the UK crowd from this week's SmackDown Live with the following tweet. Judging by the reaction in Manchester last night after winning the WWE title, you'd think I was from the UK. Truth is, I've spent a lot of time in this part of the world and they have always treated me as one of their own. Thank you. No, thank you. Absolutely amazing, AJ. I'm glad you're champion again. Let's end on a massive story. PW Insider has confirmed that Roman Reigns has been cleared by WWE to return to the ring. The current plan is for Reigns to return on Monday Night Raw, which will lead to the New Day facing The Shield in a 6-man match at Survivor Series. Reigns has also started teasing the match with a response to Big E on Twitter. Someone said, "Ooh, Big E, Xavier Woods, Kingston, you have no idea what you did on Monday. The big dog is coming to get ya." And then Big E went, "Chill, lady, he's only about 250. They should call him the medium dog." Nah, the mid dog. They should definitely call him the mid dog. And he said, "I'm actually closer to 275. I'm also about 6 inches taller than Big, but not that tall E." Oh, nice. This is going to be an absolutely amazing match. I cannot wait. Oh, yes. And that has been the Wrestling Newsroom. I do hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, please give this video a like. Please support me on Patreon. Link in the description below. Subscribe to more content, and I'll catch you later.